Take him out.
Yo. Wow, what happened?
Like, you know how like she just sent me a great ass paragraph, bro. Like it was a happy cry. I started laughing and shit like, bro, like she just did that, bro. Like it's not cool to it, like, wow, I do that, bro.
Why is she? That's crazy. Yo. Alright, bro.
I'm kind of disappointed it's over.
Hit him hard and fast. Nice work. Hostile spotted. Don't let them intimidate you. Nice work. There are no more. Got him. Was that it? I was just getting warmed up.
Apparently, that was the last of it.
We've got the advantage.
Time for some shut-eye!
Let's take these guys down. Well done, all. Let the heavens rain! Great job. Stay sharp. got company. Keep it together, Avengers.
Thor is down.
Thanks much.
Sleeping on the job. Don't worry, I got you.
Thank you.
Scratch another bad guy. That was fun.
Damn it, Stark is down.
Prayers are answered.
Nice.
Yo. Shit. Oh, wow.
Thor is down.
Nice work.
Backup has arrived.
You are a true friend.
Cap's out. Stop sleeping on the job.
I owe you one.
Nigga, one hit.
Nice light work.
A one finger block. Niggas is, yo,
Still talk about that middle finger block.
yo, like, I don't get it. Y'all are amazed by a one finger block.
You know, skip it.
I mean, this is Jamal Murray here. Like, I would have expected Kawhi Leonard to block that. You block somebody shorter than you? I mean, yeah. The fuck? Bet he won't do that shit to AD though. What the fuck? Step 5 echoes. Complete the Snowy Tundra Vault Elite. Complete City Under Siege Elite. Complete Sight Unseen Elite. Jesus Christ. This bitch here is asking for a lot.
Fucking doctor ain't call me back yet, bro. Nigga doing surgery today. Called mad early this morning. Like, yo, need my pills? Need those. About that time. I'm gonna get those back and make some moves.
I think the biggest thing I've been learning is that they just can't show up and win. I think being in the bubble is different. See, I'm not so sure that if they were at home, I'm not so sure that how this thing would have played out if all these teams were in the confines and have a home court advantage. Skip, there is no home court advantage in the bubble. And we're seeing things. We're seeing teams that's number one seed go down 0-3.
But you do get crowd noise.
Yeah.
That was dead first floor.
But that is saying, Skip, you used to having 19, 20,000 people. Yeah. And I think the thing is that the Nuggets were in position to win this game late in the ball game, but they went ice cold. And I think Mike Malone's going to have to make a decision here, Skip, late in the ball game. Is he going to really be willing to sacrifice defense for offense? Because Jeremy Grant is the primary defender of Kawhi Leonard.
Yes.
But he's not the offensive threat that Michael Porter Jr. is. Yep. Michael Porter Jr., Skip, I think he has the potential to be really good. Once he gets into the weight room and can put some strength on, because right now he gets moved out of position a lot. And he's a young player, and that's understandable. But once he gets some bricks in his back,
Wait a minute, so that's the fucking topic? Clippers take 2-1 series lead. Confident Kawhi and playoff P can make a finals run? My nigga, they struggled against Dallas. Now can they make a finals run? Because they fucking beat the Nuggets by 6 points? Yo, shut the fuck up.
that's not good. Jamal Murray, and if you look at it, Skip, down the stretch, in the fourth quarter, PG took Jamal Murray exclusively. Not Kawhi. It was Paul George in the third quarter with his 10 points, and then to start the fourth, that kept coming. Let me go back. Right before the half, they were up 12, the Nuggets, and the Clippers closed. They got it to 2.
They did.
And then they opened up the fourth quarter, and like 8 minutes to go in the ball game, the Nuggets are up 8. And then they go ice cold. They had great looks, Skip. They were driving and kicking, and Guy Murray just missing shots. Jeremy Grant just missed shots. And then and there's nothing you can do about that. And the Clippers, they started making shots.
Yep.
But not Kawhi. Skip, I don't know if you noticed this, but did you know the last 2 fourth quarters, Kawhi Leonard is 1 for 10 from the floor?
I did.
Okay, and the game is 5 points. Last night he had 5 points.
Yep.
And only one of them came with a field goal. Is that good? Is that clutch?
My turn?
No, it's not your turn. It's a rhetorical hypothetical. It's rhetorical.
I'm about to answer that.
But anyway, Paul George is looking like the Paul
I bet you he's gonna say that is good.
with the Pacers, and he was battling deep.
For the time that we needed it, it was good.
He looked like
Watch.
that guy last
I
night.
bet you.
Stroke looked great.
Hey,
He
yo.
was putting the ball on the floor, getting to the rim, because those are some battles. This is the Paul George
But you see how Shannon gives credit where his credit's due? Skip don't do that.
Right now.
Really?
Right now.
Okay, done.
Okay, gotcha. Saw you coming. Saw you coming. I know I
Pause.
did. See, I got it, get it. Went easy.
Breakfast of champions, the nectar of the gods, and I just won 2 more cases.
No,
Thank
no.
you for that. Appreciate that little gift early here in the morning. Pacific time, my turn. I will certainly give you this. Once again, the Clippers just can't quite take the Denver Nuggets seriously enough. The Clippers clearly last night did not come out with the urgency, the tenacity, the intensity that Denver came out with. Denver just attacked them. Denver played harder, scrapped harder, and it was like the "are we there yet" syndrome, where the Clippers would make a couple of shots, maybe get a quick little lead, and then all of a sudden here would come Denver, 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 boom, boom, boom. And it looked like, certainly mid-second quarter, when I tweeted, it looked like they were going to lose the game. I'm sure you were just doing some dance up there in your palatial section. I think you were. And I tweeted, I would be surprised if the Clippers win this game, because I was going to be surprised, because to your point, there was that moment with 3:34 left in the second quarter. Jokic nailed another big 3. He just, like, they don't have an answer for him, but the truth is, nobody in this league has an answer for him when he's cooking, when he's in rhythm and it's slow.
When he's cooking.
And they're just picking and rolling, switching all out of the top. And you just have a hard time with him. And he's just so deft with either hand, and he'll lay up shots, and he just shoots them so nonchalantly, and they just go in. He'll shoot a little running no-look shots, and they go in. He made a 3, and all of a sudden they're up 12. And I thought, I feel like that could be a dagger. I know it's early. And to your point,
He gonna call a dagger at halftime? Yo, this nigga Skip is retarded.
they went on a 12-2 run featuring guess who? Not playoff P, who was sensational last night. That Kawhi guy in a severe shooting slump scored 6 of the 12 points to get them back in the game, down only 2 at halftime. But here we go into the second half, and Denver, again, it was like, are we there yet? Is that enough? Are you guys going to quit now? No, we're not going to quit. And here goes Denver tearing out to another 10-point lead. Thanks to Jokic 3 that was with middle of the third quarter. And here came the Clippers again. It was at some point in the fourth quarter, if we just look at the last 8 minutes, so it's 97-90 Denver with 8:29 left in the game. And from that point forward, the Clippers go 5 of 10, shoot 50%. The Nuggets go 4 of 18. Jeremy Grant did have 2 fairly, semi-open threes, and he missed both of those. Garrett Harrison just killed the Clippers down the stretch the other night. He had 1 open 3 and missed that. And now let's see what really happened in that stretch. It wasn't really playoff P who was doing the scoring damage down the stretch, or the overall basketball damage. If we could see what started to happen, the first thing that happens comes with 4:51 left. This is the first time that the Clippers take the lead. Did you see this pass? And that's where people saying, well, it's not just a good passer, he's an elite passer. That
I think it's not an elite passer. He just had a great pass, a great look.
And he goes and makes the free throw, gave them a lead. Now here comes the lead for good. This is the one they didn't relinquish with 4:27 left. That's pretty sweet by Kawhi. 4:27 left. Kawhi finally said, okay, I got that one. It's a free throw line jumper that he created space on, and he shot it with conviction. That's the only shot he made in the fourth quarter. That gave them the lead for good, but they never looked back and relinquished. And then we get to 1:47 in the game, and if we can see, Jamal Murray just free trained. He is wide open and just slammed this with a head start, head of steam. And Kawhi said, not on my watch, I will stand in front of you, and I'm not going to take the charge. I'm going to take the basketball from you. And again, that's a man play. He basically blocked it with his middle finger. That's all that he really got going.
That's what I said. Get the F out of here.
So if a nigga steal the ball with one finger. Oh, he stole the ball with his thumb. Oh my goodness. Niggas
Now they gonna come up with a stat. The only player in NBA since
block the ball with his finger, with his middle finger.
the only player since the NBA merger in 1967.
The only player to get 3 rings with these defensive teams to block a shot with a middle finger. That's wild.
This is really the dagger for Denver. He makes them both. Okay, look at the impact he had on the basketball game while mired in a terrible shooting slump.
The man had 5 points. I'm not gonna let you say he had a block. Paul George was the difference in his ball game.
Look at what he did. That's
9 to 19, 1 of 6, 4 of 6, with 4 turnovers.
How many rebounds did you skip over that? Help me out.
Well, you missed 10 shots.
How many rebounds? What do you have a different stat sheet than
He had 14.
14 rebounds.
Yeah.
Well, that leads the whole game.
Skip.
That's more than Jokic had.
Well, considering that the Nuggets...
Wait. Who had the most assists? Wait, who led the Clippers in assists last night?
Skip.
Kawhi Leonard. He led them in
Yo,
rebounds.
nah, don't do that, Skip.
He scored 23
You know he's gonna do it.
Paul George was 12 of 18, 5 of 7 from the three-point line, 3 of 3 from the free throw line. I mean, what are we talking about, Skip? I mean, look,
he made
so you ain't gonna give Paul George
I
no
just
credit.
gave it. I said he was sensational. I don't know how much more.
No.
Playoff P. But there are other ways to win basketball games, and the quiet assassin, the silent assassin, was the one who did all the big little things.
Wow.
Wait a second. There's a lot of ways to win games, but that's not what you said when game 2 of the Blazers series when LeBron James had 10 points. That's not what you said.
Word.
You said 8.
Word.
Oh, they got Kobe painted on the wall. I didn't even see that. That's fire.
Wait a second. There's a lot of ways to win games, but that's not what you said when game 2 of the Blazers series when LeBron James had 10 points. That's not what you said. You said 8.
Wow, not the whole thing, yo. Sons of bitches. I gotta hear this.
I must say, I watched you on Sunday against the Texans, except I never saw you in the game. Were you hurt? Did you miss the game? Were you late for that too?
You got jokes again. I see. That's pretty cute. That's real cute. Yeah, we didn't sack them, but we won the game.
You did.
How many times did the Houston Texans sack our quarterback?
Well, that's not the point because you play defensive
Okay. The point
end.
is, how many turnovers did we get?
Okay, Ed Reed
A
played
few of
a
those
terrific
interceptions.
game.
A few of those interceptions, a certain someone was in his face while he was throwing it.
Oh,
But
so you
I guess that
pressured
don't matter
TJ
with you.
Yates. So he dropped
Hey,
back a
we
rookie.
got 40. I'll take 4 interceptions or 4 sacks any day.
Okay,
We got the W.
but all I know for
Point
sure
blank,
is
we got the W.
a rookie quarterback for the Houston Texans, TJ Yates,
How
dropped
many
back
touchdowns did he
30.
throw?
35 times, and you didn't sack him one time?
How many times did he complete them?
I thought he threw the ball pretty well because he had
But
time.
did he complete the play though?
But this is coming from you. Your standards not very high.
Yeah, but he kept
I
you.
thought he threw the ball very well.
They kept you away from him, and he kept them in the game.
Ask Arian Falter did I play yesterday. See, that's the thing. You're so naive, you don't understand the big picture. The big picture is winning.
All I know is that Arian Foster got 131 yards, 132 yards.
And you know what? He's a good running back, but he's watching me next week. He's watching me and my team next week.
Yeah, but you gave up over 100 yards. I know that wasn't possible against your defense built to stop the run.
What good is it doing him now?
What good is it doing him now?
The fact of the matter is, you're Tom Cruise. You can't handle the truth. He's at home. Now, I could have set the NFL single season playoff sack record yesterday. But had I lost, what we be talking about?
No, you would not. But I'm looking at the bigger picture because I'm looking
Who he talking about?
He talking to Terrell Suggs.
Arian Foster did I play yesterday?
Now you got to go to
Andre Johnson did I play yesterday?
I don't think they know it because I think you disappeared in that game.
They know. Oh, I played. And I had a marvelous game. We had M&T rocking, but I can't expect nothing less from you. I mean, you with your back. See, I have a job because I'm good. You have a job because you say the most erratic thing and you get the craziest responses out of people. You get a rise out of you're very entertaining, Skip.
Okay.
Hoo-ha. But see, I'm very entertaining. I'm also very good.
Was I babbling when I said that you should be the defensive player of the year? Was that just babble?
Oh, now you want to suck his dick now? You was just talking bad about him. Now you about to suck his dick?
I try to have an outstanding season. Like I said, I can't take anything away from Jared Allen or Jason Babin, Jason Pierre-Paul. All those guys have phenomenal seasons. You know what I mean? So any one of us be a good candidate, good candidate for that award. But I got bigger fish to fry. I'm after something bigger.
Well, I'm afraid your fish is going to get fried up in Foxborough because I think you're in trouble.
I don't expect anything less from you.
Well,
you think your pick surprised me? The way you've been on my quarterback all year, the way you've been on us all year.
Wait a minute.
You thought we went 8-8 and barely got in the playoffs.
I didn't say that. I never said 8-8.
But that's how
all I
you treat
know
us.
is
That's how you treat us.
you were the one who said all along Tom Brady overrated, overhyped, overworshipped by the media.
I never called him overrated.
Yes, you do.
I never called him overrated.
You have
I
on
said
the show
go protect.
before.
He get a lot of calls. He get a lot of calls. You get a lot of calls that everybody else don't get.
Well, there
I
you
said
go.
that before. I never called him overrated. Like I said, at the end of the day, when it comes down to it, it's going to be Johnny, you, Peyton, and him at the top of the greatest of all time.
Really?
That's a known fact. I never said he was overrated.
But you have said
does he get a little
overworshipped
bit?
by the media?
Let's just be honest.
Overrated and overworship is two different things.
Physically assaulted the guy, your other boys you like over there in the black and yellow. We almost had assault charges. What we did when they came up here in 2010. Nothing was called.
They're not playing.
Did all of that.
They're out.
Hey, you're right, but that's not what we're talking about here. We're just talking about the fairness of quarterback. Look how my quarterbacks get treated. Look how everybody else quarterbacks get treated. But we all know you can't touch certain quarterbacks certain ways.
So you're saying that the officials will favor Tom Brady on Sunday?
You're trying to bait me into something, but I'm not going for your bait. That's all I've ever said in the past. I never said he wasn't a good quarterback. I know he's a good quarterback.
Wait, didn't you say he's God's nephew? Is that what you said? God's
Shut
nephew?
the fuck up.
What the fuck is he talking about?
This is all in good fun.
You mean he's my nephew? Is that what you're trying to say? You call me God?
No, he's a really good quarterback. No, absolutely not.
Don't you have a problem with him wearing?
Not how the way you become. Oh my God, you're week in and week out. People, I don't know how you still have a job.
Shannon not there.
He said, "Hell no, you still have a job."
You still have a
You're
job.
entertaining. You say erratic things. You get rides out of people. But hey, I played. Everybody's seen I played. Like I said, my game is not determined. Just like I also didn't lead the NFL in sacks. But you still call me the defensive player of the year. My game's not
because I'm
determined
objective.
on whether
One
or
of us is
not.
objective
My
here.
game is not determined on whether or not I get sacked. My game is determined whether or not I win. If I can stop an offense from doing what they want to do, have the offense deal with me.
Do the Patriots have the
Tell him to
most
go.
explosive offense in the NFL? Do they?
Excuse me?
Patriots most
Say that again.
explosive offense in the NFL.
got to do better than that, baby. I'm too big for you. You know, I'm a heavyweight. You know, you're playing pretty bad with that player right now.
Knock your ass out, Skip.
Nigga say he playing pity pat with a chess player. Hey, yo. Hey. Yo, hold on.
Nigga trying to find matches. Deuces as well.
I'm too big for you. You know, I'm a heavyweight. You know, you're playing pity pat with a chess player right now.
Here's your problem. Up there 2 years ago.
You're playing pity pat with a chess player. Pretty good. A lot of there's a lot of good offenses, you know, in the NFL. It's the NFL. Come on, Skip. You got to do better than that.
Come on, Chief Izzle.
I'm too big for you. You know, I'm a heavyweight. You know, you're playing pity pat with a chess player right now.
Yeah, I'm really intimidated.
There's nothing you got for me.
So here's your problem.
Please.
You won up there 2 years ago. 2 years ago you won, and there was no Wes Welker on the other side. There was no Gronkowski. There was no Aaron Hernandez. Triple threat.
Skip, you got to do better than that.
Come on, Chief Izzle.
I'm too big for you. You know, I'm a heavyweight. You know, you're playing pity pat with a chess player right now.
Yeah, I'm really intimidated.
There's nothing you got for me.
So here's your problem. You won up there 2 years ago. 2 years ago you won, and there was no Wes Welker on the other side. There was no Gronkowski. There was no Aaron Hernandez. Triple threat. Unstoppable. Uncoverable. Even for Ed Reed and company. Tell me how you're going to beat them.
They went 16-0 this year?
They got the #1 seed. That's all I know.
But did they go 16?
That's all.
That's not the question.
That's all that matters to you. Like you say, you state the obvious. You don't state the.
No, I predicted it before the year started. I was up front before the year started.
Yeah, you didn't say Ravens. You didn't say Ravens Patriots. If you do rewind the tape, play it back when you go into break. But you didn't say that. I definitely. No, I almost guarantee you had. You know what? Patriots, other boys from Pennsylvania.
I did. I had Patriots versus other boys.
Exactly.
And my boy Tim Tebow took care of your biggest nemesis, the Steelers, so you don't have to face them.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Nah, why? Yo, everybody come at that nigga Skip. Oh, Tim Legler and Skip Bayless?
The San Antonio Spurs, even if they go down, let's give them credit. I'm sticking by my conviction that my Spurs are going to win this game tonight. Oklahoma City feels a little bit of pressure to close this thing out against a really good basketball team, and the ball just doesn't fall. I'm just going to go with this. It's all I got left. I said Oklahoma City's going to close this out. I believe you can book it because it's under tonight. 103. To 90.
But now we have the 2012 Western Conference champions, Oklahoma City Thunder.
The book comes true. 103.98, not too far off. Very close from Stephen A. Smith. He correctly predicted the winner of Big Game 6. Tim Legler joins us at the debate desk now. This was a very hot topic in the first hour of the show. Now that we have an NBA player, we're going to revisit it. A couple of critical calls in the fourth quarter last night. Both of them involved Manu Ginobili. Here's the first. After a ridiculous basket on a drive, the bucket is waved off. Called for the charge. First time all season Kevin Durant took a charge. Then later, hit for the moving illegal screen there. That came with about 6 minutes to go. Did those calls cost the Spurs the game?
Absolutely not. And I've been hard on the officials in the postseason. Mm-hmm. We've had a lot of conversations about this, and I even the other night, for the first time since I've been here 11 years, actually took to whatever text, Twitter.
What happened?
Twitter now about the officiating during the game. Mm-hmm. That's how frustrated I was with all these offensive fouls that are being called constantly, and so I've been all over this. I thought both of those were good calls.
No, both.
I thought they were both good calls.
Yeah.
The Durant charge, he leaned his shoulder, but his feet didn't move. He said, stop. You're just coming off like a salad grapes.
No.
Stop. It was a good call. He was in position. He took the charge.
He told Skip, stop.
He did. His feet stayed in place. He beat him to the spot, and he was waiting on him. That's an offensive foul. I'm sorry, but it is. I know that's a big swing because that's a turnover as opposed to a three-point play. I get that. The other play...
You were going to agree on that one. This one we did it, the second one.
You think that the screen, when he kicked it to the corner...
Yeah, I think when he kicked it to the corner.
I think your case. Here's the reason I think this is an offensive foul. When he makes this pass out to the corner, when he comes at Harden, if he doesn't have his elbow up and raised, basically extending how wide his body is, Harden's got a much better chance to get out to the corner to make a contest on that shot. So that, by him getting wide up in here and hitting Harden up top with his elbow out like this, that's why you make that call. If Ginobili has his hands down and hits him, even if his shoulder's moving a little bit, I don't have any problem with that kind of screen. On that play, when you start coming up in here into guys and make your body a lot wider than it should be, you're preventing the defender from getting out to the corner. And that's why they call that play. And that's an easy call for an official on a screen. They're going to call that most of the time. Your elbows are down in this area, your hands or fists are down. They typically won't call it even if you move. That's why Kevin Garnett gets away with 90% of those screens. His hands are typically down here and he slides with you. When you start coming up in this area like Ginobili did, they're going to call that.
That's a good point. That's a good point. I appreciate the explanation. My whole thing is, even though I know it was a moving pick and that's what it was called for, I didn't look at it as a pick. I almost looked at him as him throwing it to the corner and they collided. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So in other words, I instantly reacted. I'm trying to protect myself because Harden's coming into me, and I thought it should have been no call. Okay. You see what I'm saying? That was my position.
Remember, Harden is guarding Manu. He's not guarding Kawhi Leonard. So he's not trying to get to Kawhi Leonard. He's actually trying to get to Manu, and they run into each other, and then Harden flops. But point of order here. Are you done with your... Okay. You say sour grapes on my part. You made a great call to start the year. You picked the Thunder to win the West and get to the finals. So clearly, you don't have great objectivity on last night's fourth quarter because you're rooting for the Thunder to win.
Just to be picked for a second. First of all, Skip, I've been here 11 years. Do you really think I hang my hat on getting a pick right who goes to the NBA Finals?
You take beatings sometimes, and you've talked about it how, I took a beating last night for this on Twitter. Yeah. Your emotions, you're human. Your emotions run. You wanted the Thunder to win the game last night.
I enjoy watching the San Antonio Spurs play every bit.
But you love the Thunder.
I enjoy watching the Thunder play.
Okay.
I have no dog in this fight. Okay. I don't care who goes to the NBA Finals. Here's my dog in this fight.
I've said from the start, the Spurs go ultimately as Manu Ginobili goes. He is their closer, and they were looking to him at this point to take the game over because he hadn't done that much to this point. He'd been able to rest a lot to this point. His tank was full of gas at this point at age 34. And 6 crucial points were taken off the board on 2 successive Ginobili plays. And more important, it's foul number 4 and foul number 5. And he has to go to the bench in crunch time for a couple of crucial minutes and be psychologically taken out of the game by 2, I think, completely bogus calls.
Like, prove that you get a sign that. You've been a commentator, sports reporter your whole life. Do something. What else can you do? We knew Shannon played football. Right. You got rings, Hall of Fame. Like, Skip, what did you accomplish in life other than running your fucking mouth? Please, what did you accomplish, Skip? Word.
I think that argument goes right out the window once you're up 18 and you give up an 18-point lead.
Listen, I agree with all that. But the game is winnable for the Spurs if Ginobili takes it over. They have one bad boy on their team that you cannot mess with. We've seen him do it again and again. He's done it against these guys. And he was ready to go. That shot he made, as you point out, on Durant got the superstar call. It was an unbelievable shot. He gets knocked to the floor sideways and throws the ball up, and it leaks over the front of the rim. And if he goes to the free throw line and makes the free throw, they're down 1. And all of a sudden, look out, here come the Spurs.
All right, let me point something out here. The one you left off, I can't believe, because the one that they blew was the Duncan offensive foul on Fisher.
Okay, I said there was a flurry of egregious calls.
Well, again, I got them all written down. There was 9 possessions in a 6-minute stretch, not less than that, 4.5, 5-minute stretch. 9 possessions for the San Antonio Spurs in a 1-point game. They had 6 turnovers and 3 missed shots. Now, 3 of those were offensive fouls.
Correct.
The Duncan one
2 of them are on Manu.
The Duncan one was a blown call. Okay. Those 2 I thought were legitimate. You still had 3 more turnovers and 3 missed shots at a stretch in the game when it got away from you. That's why you lost the game.
6 crucial points are taken off the board because Kawhi makes the corner 3. He rips it clean. You're down one in both those cases with a chance to put the pressure on Oklahoma City. As we talked yesterday, I thought they were starting to feel the heat in the fourth quarter of a crowd that wanted them to win too badly. They were turning the ball over too. Harden had a bad turnover. Westbrook had a bad turnover on lob passes that just went out of bounds. They started missing jump shots, and all of a sudden, you let them regain their momentum because of these calls, and then all of a sudden, Harden makes his 3, and they're
momentum.
It's not why they lost. Okay, look, you say that, but I'm a Spurs guy. Ginobili is everything to me, and if you take him out of the game, I tweeted it immediately, I'm done. I got no chance. Right. That's when the body language Steve Kerr's talking about. You ought to see the Spurs body language on the bench. It doesn't look good. It's because the closer got ripped out of the game by 2 bogus calls. They're terrible calls.
I also think that your argument would have had more validity if Steven Jackson didn't have the kind of game that he had, if Tim Duncan didn't have the kind of game that he had, if Tony Parker didn't have the kind of game that he had. I'm just saying, they were balling, but they ran into a juggernaut, and long before those missed fouls took place, Oklahoma City had overcome an 18-point deficit.
So it was already over.
It was already over.
Got to do a break. Legs, you wanted to make one last point on this foul.
Yeah, just because Skip said he's not guarding Manu on his play. He's help and recover. He's guarding. I mean, see, you said he was guarding Manu. He's not guarding Manu. He's guarding Kawhi Leonard. He's trying to get out to the corner, and that's the crux of my argument. He helped on Ginobili. His man is Kawhi Leonard.
No, it's not.
How much you want to bet?
He's guarding Ginobili.
What?
They ran into each other. He's trying to come off the pick.
Yeah, play it again. Play it again. Look who he's guarding, Skip. He's matched up with Kawhi Leonard. He helped off of Leonard to stop the penetration.
But he goes out and runs into Ginobili.
He stopped. That's a help and recover play.
Okay.
He stopped him, but his man is Kawhi Leonard.
Okay, I'm with you on that.
Okay, so
but they run together. He runs into Ginobili.
He's just
but don't give me this. Ginobili's going like this. Ginobili's protecting himself too. They run together.
Prevented him from making any play on the shooter.
He's not trying to make a play on the shooter. He's making a play. He's stopping Ginobili from going to the hole.
So the play is
he's ultimately guarding. He has left his man. He is guarding. He's stopping the drive.
I participated in this kind of defense for 10 years in the NBA.
I've watched it for 30 years.
Help and recover. He wasn't guarding Ginobili. He was
stopping Ginobili.
He was helping to he picks up the penetration and gets to the next part of it is. When he passes it, you recover to the shooter.
There's no pick play. Ginobili's not trying to pick him. They run into each other. They run it. Ginobili puts his arms up to stop himself.
The very next step is going to be to step and extend on the shooter.
He's got a lane to go to Kawhi. And he flopped. You know why he couldn't go to Kawhi? He flopped. He flopped away, and all of a sudden it's karmic justice.
We respectfully disagree and move on to the hit?
No.
I don't know.
Why? This is good.
That's a clear-cut one to me. I'm sorry. And I'm told.
I haven't seen this. I'm told that we have a freeze, and I don't think Skip is debating this point, that he is matched up with Leonard.
Okay, but what I'm saying is he's guarding Ginobili because he's going to stop the drive. He thinks Ginobili's going to the hole.
But it's a help, which is this part that you're talking about, and then it's a recover if he passes it.
Okay.
If Ginobili shot the ball right there, he probably would have tried to take a charge.
Okay, is he facing Kawhi or facing Ginobili?
He's facing Ginobili.
Yes,
that's
he's going to stop the drive. No, I know.
You teach a 6-year-old that.
I know that. Okay, the point is they run face to face together.
Ginobili,
and he flopped.
You really think Ginobili didn't? You're telling me right now, with your lying eyes, that
my lying eyes, my correct eyes, my 20/20 eyes. Is that what you're talking about?
You're telling me right now that Manu Ginobili did not pass the ball and continue with his momentum in the direction.
He had no choice.
Prevent him from getting to the corner.
Harden got in his way. They ran face to face together. Ginobili is protecting himself, and Harden flopped.
I don't know how you do it.
Don't ask for help.
I don't know how he does it every day.
Hey, Harden could have gone to the corner to take the man he should have taken, but he wanted to stop Ginobili. He runs over and he takes a flop. He flops.
Well-trained defensive teams are taught. You take away penetration first.
You're making my case.
Right.
Thank you.
But you think he's just going to quit when he passes it? Well, I got Manu now.
He did quit. He flopped.
He didn't
He
flop.
flopped and got a call.
A pick.
You know why? Because the referees had decided at that point Oklahoma City is going to the final.
The only thing missing today was a silver tie. My God.
San Antonio Spurs and Thiago split.
All of a sudden, now we got
have lost.
Yeah.
Well, don't you know when
it.
Pop berated him that took Thiago out of the series? When he berated him, and that was the
We're
end
going
for
to take
the
a
Spurs.
commercial break, but something tells me this discussion will continue. Only triple-double of the entire season for the closeout night. LeBron James won his first NBA championship. It's also his first Finals MVP. As he said when it was all over, it's about damn time. Skip Bayless, what do you have to say now?
Stephen A. Smith, now you can call LeBron James MVP because I witnessed him rise above his finals demons of a year ago, rise above these NBA finals, take them over for 4 straight games, and deserve without question the MVP. And whether anyone out there believes this or not, I am happy for LeBron James. I am relieved for LeBron James. I have been saying on this show for 7 years, I like him personally. I think he's a good guy with a good heart. And I am here to say, I picked the Heat to win before the season, but I picked them to win the finals in 6 games because I said Dwayne Wade would ultimately make the difference. I was wrong about that. Heat win in 5 games because LeBron James ultimately made all the difference in the world. But I must say, big picture, I could not say it better than LeBron himself said it on ABC. First thing he said out of his mouth, so honestly and humbly, it's about damn time. That's what I've been saying for 9 years, 7 years on this show. It's about damn time, LeBron. What took you so long? Because
he just got to the league.
It took 9 years and 3 league MVPs, regular season MVP. It took leaving Cleveland. It took joining forces with a top 5 player with all-time great intangibles and a top 20 player in Chris Bosh. It took coming up so small against Orlando 4 years ago, against Boston 3 years ago, and the most humiliating superstar performance in a finals I think we will ever see in the history of sports against the underdog Dallas Mavericks a year ago. It took blowing last shot opportunity after